Hello YouTubers, it's Captain Seaton once again, and we're here with the antique PowerBook 540C laptop. As it loads up, just a quick little intro to this machine. The one I had before this was a PowerBook 520 that I bought back in 1996. I did something incredibly risky. I rode my bike to an internet coffee shop and bought a computer off the internet. This was pre-tracking and pre-eBay and pre-Amazon, and a whole lot of phone calls back and forth. It's like, hey, did you get my money? It's like, yeah, we're shipping it. It should be there in a month. And I remember paying around $1,200 for that computer brand new, and it was pretty much all I could afford at the time. This was, it's like state-of-the-art laptop. It was grayscale. It was 25 megahertz, 4 megabytes of RAM. After a couple of months, I bought the 32 megabyte chip. I remember paying around $350, $400 in that range. I'll dig out the receipt one day for that. And so that takes you up to 36 megabytes. So naturally, once you get into this particular PowerBook lineup, a few years down the road, eBay came around and I was able to pick up one of these. I don't know if it came from a school or something. And I got this for substantially less money. Huge upgrade. We've got the 33 megahertz processor. We now have the TFT color screen. And I was able to swap, obviously, not only my hard drive, but of course the 32 megabyte RAM chip. So using parts from other computers, I think I have a total of 4 of these machines. I have a 540 grayscale. I think I have a 520, a 520C, so I have like one of each in this particular lineup. My dream would be to get the, I think it's called the PowerBook 550. That was the one that was only made for Japan. And instead of being this grayish color, it's actually a black color, has a little bit different layout. It does have on-screen display for your contrast, which I don't know if you saw that. Here's the brightness turned all the way up, of course. Still, fairly bright. I mean, it's cold cathode tube. It's a LCD TFT display. A couple things I wanted to show to you because it is actually connected to the internet right now. We'll actually turn this little program out called Net Chronometer. I keep tapping instead of clicking. So Net Chronometer is really cool. Nowadays, people take for granted the fact that your computer will automatically check the internet to see if your built-in time is off. My time was really off earlier because I don't keep a battery in this machine, so of course everything has to be reset. Let's look at the log window here. It says it did check when I started up at that time. Whew, it's getting kind of late here. Off by 0 seconds. We can check it again real quick, and it's still off by 0 seconds, so the clock is actually pretty good. So that is a tool that was used back in the day to actually synchronize your clock with, of course, the atomic clock. We tried AOL Instant Messenger. That didn't work because the servers are down. I did want to load Netscape Communicator once again. The reason for this, again, a friend of mine on Discord, he was the one that suggested I use the Toasty Tech website as a test, as it doesn't have heavy JavaScript or anything of that sort, and would probably load properly, and it did. The problem was I did such a quick video on the loading of that site, and I had to go run some errands, and so I just kind of made that very quick. So I wanted to show you the whole process of it loading. Of course, it's going to try to load Google. It's going to have a whole bunch of JavaScript errors. And the funny thing is even with the Ethernet connection, it's still basically connecting at the same speeds that I used to connect when I used the 56K modem. So what we're going to do is just type in Toasty Tech so you can see how the pages would load back in the day. ToastyTech.com. I did try to use the search feature, much like the command bar in Mozilla Firefox. And you can see, of course, the image placeholders as the information is each individual image will be loaded. Computers still do it the same exact way, except they're just much, much faster. The page I liked on here, so you can see how that works, is about, and then I was actually loading some of his Apple II screenshots, which were very cool. It's got his description, his computers. I really need to click that and see what he's got going on here. Got some TRS-80 Model 4s. Ooh, Athlon. Very nice. Got a Mac Mini. Systems I work with. The 46, 286? Okay. Tower Power BBS. That's freaking awesome. K-Pro. Okay, now we're talking. The K-Pro. The old sewing machines back in the day. Original Frankenstein piece of junk PC. That's an 8088. The old IBMs. Laser 128s. Apples in high school. Wow. Oh, wow. That's Apple that would be called the OS like 6.0. That was one of the original GUIs right there. That might even be like 4 or 5. It's a really old one of the first GUIs. The one that came from Xerox PARC, the Palo Alto Research Center. Yeah, I didn't mean to close that out like that so quick. But anyway, yeah, thanks again, Toasty Tech. We really appreciate you for having that webpage up. I did try to send an email. That's pretty much impossible. But something else we'll show you about these Macs. Really cool. You used to be able to go into the system folder. This is basically like a Windows folder on Windows. And you would... If you wanted to boot faster, you could actually take things out of the extension folders. You can see the things I have loaded in here. And you would put those into what some people would call an old system folder or unused system folder, and you would save those. And then if you needed those extensions later, you just drop those back in, reboot. And of course, that's a really easy way to kind of customize the system based on your particular needs. I used to keep my pretty obsessive kind of OCD way of arranging the icons there. I think the system suitcase is where the fonts were stored. Okay, no, that was an earlier... Okay, that's an earlier system thing. Let's see. Fonts. Okay, yeah, the fonts would be there. So that might have been like in System 7. They were in the suitcase. But one thing I was mistaken about, I think I said this was 8.6. This is actually 8.1. And I think the reason I got confused about that, the computer kind of after this one was a UMax C600 and actual PowerPC. And that one is running 8.6. That's sitting in the closet somewhere. I don't have a monitor for it, but one day I will pull that out. We need to kill Netscape, and I'm trying to remember how to do that. So you go here, click that, because I want to show some more things. So we're killing Netscape. All right, killing that. And then we're going to attempt to game on here, which is kind of hilarious. Let's see. I was playing with Monopoly earlier, and this one's pretty amazing. Most people find this one. This is F-18 Hornet 2.0. We're going to go ahead and load that. Pretty zippy on the load time. I say that until I actually try to load the game here. So pilot, let's see, go to Fly Kuwait. And this is based on Desert Storm. So this is going to take a couple seconds. I guess we're booting up the graphics coprocessor. Psh, yeah, right. Testing systems. But not too bad. I mean, if you wanted to play the game, it would say loading, please wait. You say, okay, it's going to be a minute. No, it'll be maybe like about... Oh, we're actually on a carrier. Maybe I'll try to take off. Usually you get some tower communication too. You can hear the sound of the engine whine there. Nice and detailed. I'm going to show you some of the views. When you hit the arrow keys, it actually that's looking out the wing that way. You see those really high-res detailed mountains over there. There's a helicopter, look like a CH-46 up there. Let's see, this is looking back at the pilot that's not there. They didn't have pilots back then, so... But the nice red and green blinking running lights, very cool. I remember if you hit the various keys here, you could actually see, your fuel payload or whatever, and I'd say it's kind of a notch above the flight simulator of the area. I forgot who made this program, but I was absolutely amazed, and I used to play this all the time, just kind of messing around with the computer. We hit 3, and it's going to show you the aircraft carrier. That's definitely Enterprise. That's definitely CVN 65, the Big E, RIP. And another shot of the carrier there. And I guess that's an escort ship off in the distance, or maybe a target ship. No, it's an escort. There she is again. Nicely rendered. I wish I could remember how to take off. I think it's plus. Yeah, here. Let's go to full military power. Okay, we are moving. I'm at a hunt. I need to go. How do I go to afterburner? Let's try plus. Okay, a military power 100%. Oh, I don't remember how to fly this thing. Let's see. Nope. Okay, and we're going to crash. Okay. And splashdown. So, yeah, sorry about that. I don't remember the controls. I know it's not WASD, but... oh, that's not good. Hey, I got a promotion. A posthumous promotion. I was ensign. I don't know if you see that. I'm a Lieutenant JG now, but... Oh, man. Just by flying off the edge of a flight deck. New kills. I'm pretty... Wow. BOMBER. Okay, anyway. The 540C. The gaming laptop. If you can... Your mission was not. successful. Let's do, wait, we're going to acknowledge that Command Q to quit, and do a proper shutdown on this bad boy if I can remember how to do that. So the PowerBook 540C Captain Seat, once again, if you have any more interesting websites to load on this antique of the internet age, feel free to post in comments, like and subscribe if you want, and I'll be putting some more videos about this probably in the future. Thanks again for watching. Have a good night.